Where's he at? Where's he at? He's not here. What is going on with these guys? Every time there's a debate, they don't turn up. They don't turn up. Where is he? I'm waiting for my opponent right now. Waiting for my opponent. In fact, before he joins, let me just put up a poll in the chat. Okay, you guys can vote on it. And we can talk about it before he gets here, I guess. Because he's not here right now. How is everyone? Punisher, nice to see you. The fuck is this title? Which fan base is most racist? White fans or black fans? That is the title. And that's what the title is, brother. I don't know what to tell you. You're here for a fucking debate. All right, he says he's going to be on in 3 minutes. Okay. My opponent says he's going to be in 3 minutes. Just bear with me. Opponent. Right, who's more? I'm going to do a little poll, okay? Do the poll, fans. More like fans. Okay, got a little poll coming up. Guru went on a rant and dropped one of the hardest lines. What did he say? And the debate's going to start. My opponent said he's going to be 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So I guess we'll wait. Alrighty. So it's going to be 3 minutes. What do we think, guys? Oh, black fans are winning. My opponent's going to be 3 minutes. Is Bromo about say the N word on stream? No, I'm not. Guru got mass reported, I'm pretty sure. What did he say? What is Guru live? What did Guru say? What did he say? You think it's both? Guru is an incel chud. Where's the channel's real owner? The real channel's owner is here. Oscar. Hey, buddy. How's it going? All right. My opponent will be here soon, guys. Don't worry. He's the guy in the thumbnail. The scary-looking black dude, you know what I'm saying? Both are very racist because of the soft world. They treat racism differently. Yeah, it's saying who's more racist, not who is and who isn't. Depends on what we mean by racism. Oh, Vlad, $5. You don't need to donate, bro. But thank you very much. Why make this black fans versus white fans? We forget about the rest because my opponent always goes on about white fans being racist. So I'm doing like a little versus, a little white versus black action, for 2,000 subscribers, He just called Dagestani inbred retards and then they breed children or something like that. Okay. I guess I'll go check it out soon. All right, but racism. What do we mean by racism? What do we mean by racism? Let's see. Or racist, even. Racist. This one here. So we got... I really believe Guru is an incel. He might be an incel. I mean, he doesn't go out, does he? So who knows? Let's see. So we got the definition here, okay? Characterize or showing prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism, antagonism, against a person or people based on the basis of membership to a particular race or ethnic group. So just basically just like going against people because they are, or saying, showing discrimination and just basically just general racism. General racism. That's what we're debating, all right? Just general racism. You know what I mean? And each of them, each group probably is racist to an extent, but it's who's the most. And where is my opponent? Where the fuck is he? God's sake. We should do which race is more fucking bloody late to debates. Which race is more late to debates? Because it's not me. Oh, Vlad, what the fuck, man? Why would you do that? Thank you, Vlad. My God. Jazz. Come here. This is more important than feeding our child. Someone's just donated $50. They have. Someone called Vlad. Big up Vlad. My God. Vlad. Right, I'm gonna have to make this good now. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Vlad. For $50. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's made my night, bro. That's made my night. God damn. Thank you very much, Vlad. Call this my pay-per-view. Looking forward for this debate. I'll make it interesting for you, Vlad. Do I say, look, donate another 50 and I'll say the N-word? No, I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't do that. God damn. Jesus Christ. I don't deserve that, bro. Where the fuck is this guy, bro? Strip for Vlad? I might have to strip for him. I might have to. My opponent... Bro. What the fuck's he doing? Strip for Vlad. Think of all the beans on toast you can buy with 50 quid. Mate, I can buy so much beans on toast with all that money. That's crazy. $50, man. He paid you more than Dana Pink paid his fighters. He fucking has done, mate. He really has. He really has. Just a nipple will do. Hey, Vlad. Listen, add me on Discord and I'll send you some nip pics. Where's Uwu? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him. I've sent him the link. He said he's going to need 3 minutes. That was 8 minutes ago. He is joining though. He hasn't said that he's not. So I guess we'll wait. We'll wait. Whilst we're waiting, guys, make sure you like the stream. Okay, like the stream to I guess boost it into the algorithm. And yeah, what's the poll saying? We got white fans ahead of black fans at the moment. I disagree, and I'll get into why. I'll get into why. Uwu fucking has baited us, bro. Uwu's probably gonna come in, think he's got some like aura moment, like I made you wait for me. I made you wait. You all waiting for a you watch. He'd be like, I made the white boy wait. I made the white boy wait, man. You watch. You watch when he fucking joins. I made the white boy wait. Oh, $50, my God. I better make it. Look, he better turn up after Vlad has donated $50, bro. He might be on something. For 5 minutes. Anyway, what the fuck, bro? It's just not good enough, mate. What's going on? 5 minutes tops. How about fucking you're 9 minutes late, brother? Fucking talk about 5 minutes up. This guy out on my screen, he is my opponent. He'll be 5 minutes, and then we can get the debate cracking. For now, what do you guys think? Let me know in chat. Which fan base is more racist? This is gonna get a bit heated, probably. All in good fun, though. all in good fun. You know, I think it's black fans. I think they can't help but make everything, literally everything about race, and they also, you know, like to say things like about Thomas Bernal, like, huh, you thought this white boy was going to beat Cyril Gar, this white boy, you know, they say all that type of stuff, Shit, man. My opponent's gonna be 5 minutes. 5 minutes tops, he says. Whilst we wait for him, guys, like the stream. Give me a like, subscribe. If anyone, listen, I'm now making it a competition. If anyone could donate more than Vlad, I'm joking. Don't give me your money, although I do appreciate it. Thank you, Vlad, very much. We will get this going soon, Vlad. I'll be here still. Blacks throw shade on Arsenal. Blacks throw shade on everyone, bro. What do you mean? That they always make it about race. It always comes back to race, and not only the racist to Vlad? Stop now. This must be fake, bro. Are you like faking this shit? Are you faking this shit now, Vlad? Like, what? Jazz. He's done it again. He has. He's donated 250s and a 5. I don't know. Huh? No, he's just a subscriber. That's Vlad. You watch. He's going to be doing some sort of like bot type shit, and I'm going to be like, he's going to take it all back. No, I'm joking. Hey, here he is. All right, let's go.
What's going on? Give me 1 second, brother. Give me 1 second.
You're still not. How are you still not fucking ready? Oh yeah.
I had to get the watermelon, bro. I had to roll up some weed, man.
Where's the fried chicken? Where's the fried chicken, bro? Come on,
brother. Listen, I'm on a diet right now. All right, I'm on a diet right now, just eating watermelon. You know what I'm saying? The chicken comes next week. You know what I mean?
Shit, what about grape soda? No grape soda.
All right. Listen. Blacks who try to say shit about stereotypes, they'll start saying shit like, man, like, listen, they're true. I don't perpetuate black stereotypes. I'm considered a white nigga. That's what I'm saying. White people look at me and they're like, that's a nigga. And then blacks look at me and they're like, go to the other side.
Hey, listen, I've never said that, Uwu. I may have thought it a few times.
You said it with your eyes. You said it with your eyes.
Say it with the eyes.
It's all good, bro. It's all love. Just give me 1 second. Let me just, I'm also streaming on my channel, but I'm not. On my screen, it says to go to your stream. So everybody who comes to my stream is going to go check your stream.
Nice one. Awesome.
Yeah, because I don't have the ability, the interface with the software to put everything up, so.
All right, well, let's waste no more time. Okay, let's get into it. I reckon we will both do, if we need to, I'll get a 5-minute timer and we'll do opening statements, just overall thoughts.
You're going to have to start this shit because I don't even.
I will tell you how long you've got left and when the timer starts and this and that. You can go first if you want. So 5 minutes starting now, uninterrupted. Just yap away.
You gotta go, bro. You gotta go first, man. I don't know what the I don't have anything. I don't have nothing to say, man.
Well, what do you mean you have nothing to say? What?
You know what I mean? All right, give me 1 sec, man. 1 sec. Yeah, fucking shit. All right, we're good.
Are you ready?
Yeah. All right.
Right, so, 5 minutes. I go.
Racist white. I got a counter. I'm a counter puncher, man. Fuck that shit, man. You got. All right. This is what my take on white fans is. I'm gonna just put it out there. I think a lot of white fans are normal fans. I think a lot of white fans are normal people that just like the sport and they enjoy MMA. And then I think there's racist people amongst every single demographic who are biased, and these people have the loudest personalities. I think the fans the white fans who just enjoy the sport, they just do that. And I think the racist fans are the ones in the comments crying, complaining, bitching, coping every single time a Muslim fighter beats a JDM, beats an Aspinall, beats a DDP. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has an issue with crotch sniffing when it's two niggers doing it. When it's Buckley and Kamaru Usman on the ground, nobody gives a shit. But as soon as it's you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I think it's funny. Guru said it in his video where he was talking about Dylan Dennis, man. He had Freudian slip. He said, oh man, that is kind of epic. That is kind of cool, right? Bro, they're jealous. I'm not talking about you, Bromo. You're just a white guy who enjoys the sport. You're a normal fan. But you nationalists, you white nationalists, you prideful white fans who want white champions. You niggas hate the Dagestanis because you're white, they're white, and they don't claim you. They are disciplined. They don't claim you. Nigga, yo, bro, if Dagestanis were Christian, Orthodox Christians and didn't live in the Russian mountains and they all came from fucking Ireland, all y'all niggas would be a fan of them because they're representing your people. That's it, but they don't. They don't. Listen, you'll never hear me say I want a black champion. You'll never hear me utter this word because I don't give a shit. I like all the champions as they are. Volkanovski is a great champion. Aspinall's a great champion. DDP was a good champion. JDM was a great fucking champion. And the color of their skin did not matter to me. But to white fans who hate Dagestanis and have a prop, it'd be one thing if like I was just making this shit up. But you seen the comments, bro. You seen this shit. You seen the responses under these posts. It's literally blatant racism. Bro, if Guru says fuck Muslims, fuck this, fuck that, and then you make a video talking about he's racist white people will come in the comments to defend their racism. They don't go, oh, I'm not racist. This is what I think. They go, playing a victim. Typical black. Black fatigue is real. You know what else is real? You're fucking racist. And it's fine. It's fine. But niggas have to stop doing this whole JDM's going to win because he's a knockout puncher. You don't actually think that. You think that because he looks like you, bro. You want him to win because he looks like you. You know he's going to lose, Guru, but he looks like you. So you're gonna delude your fans into thinking he's going to stop the takedowns and get up and knock him out. Get out of here. Meanwhile, my black ass is out here. But I don't care. Do I look Dagestani to you? Do I look like fucking Islam Mahashev? Islam would fucking kick me in my mouth. Hamza would fucking throw me in a trash bin. I'm a fucking gay black faggot. I'm not racially biased. That's all I have to say.
All right, now, just listen. Just stop chimping out for 2 seconds, all right? And let's get into it. First of all, we have another donation from Roha. I don't know if I pronounce your name. Well, thank you for sending some £5. I really do appreciate all these donations, guys. JDM would beat Islam in a rematch. Tell this creature to stop yapping.
You see what I'm saying? They're racist. That was a racist comment. I don't give a shit, man. That shit's great.
Right, listen.
Right. I'm a monkey, man.
All right, well, this is my turn now, right? So you stop chimping out, yeah, and just let yeah, my bits. Right, 5 minutes-ish, and then we'll get into it. Right, so in terms of like the general fan base, right? The general fan base. I have not look people. Uwu saying that that white fans go against anyone that isn't white, and they hate all the Dagestanis, and it's like all the Dagestanis are white. So that means like I had a comment on my video about Islam versus JDM, and like the fucking one of the comments was like, white boy picking a white boy. It's like
they're both white.
Look at him. These people here. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's like they go, oh, white boy picking a white boy this, white boy that, and they do it all the time. I mean, it's black fans. Black fans do it. They go, oh, this white boy just preyed on the downfall of a successful black man. This white boy this white boy that. They always bring it back to race every time. Victim card. You know, playing the victim. Look at him shouting over here. You know, they always, and you know, they say, you know, who said, oh, you know, white guys, they go against all the black guys, and you know, it's like all like a vast majority of the black fan base are like heavy, and you can disagree or not, but it's just a fact though. They are mostly like John Jones fanatics, and they'll just defend him to high heaven. And whenever like I saw comments about Tom Aspinall saying, huh, "You think this white boy is gonna beat John Jones? This white boy?" Like, could you imagine if like I came out and the amount of shit that I'd get if I came out and said, "Oh, you, Cyril Garn, you think this fucking black boy is gonna come in and yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You think this black boy is gonna, he's gonna come in and fucking beat Tom Aspinall, and it's like, even if we leave that, right, and we go to the Dagestanis and the Muslims, right, there are some Muslims that people do enjoy watching. I mean, one off the top of my head that Crocop has just said in chat is Shamil Gaziev. Everyone loves Shamil Gaziev. He's a Muslim. Everyone loves him. And MVP's a Muslim. Michael Venom Page is a black Muslim. People like MVP. What people don't like, and I don't agree with this take, by the way, because I enjoyed watching Islam versus JDM. The issue is with crotch sniffers and what they do. Guru does it. I will admit Guru has some bias going on. Call them inbred freak, inbred this, inbred that, all this and that. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, he's meeting their energy, because a lot of, you go against Muslims, all right? You go against, you say anything bad against Muslims or whatever, or a Muslim fighter even. They all come at you. They go, "Oh, you fucking, you just hate Muslims. You're just this, you're just that. You're just jealous, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, no. We're just like, criticizing, I guess, a fight style that that we don't like. I had it when Ankalaev beat Pereira. I was like, oh, in that fourth round, when he was just holding him up on the cage, that shit was boring because he didn't get any takedowns. He failed all of his takedowns, and he was stalling. And I got called all the names under the sun from that fan base, and they go extreme with it. So it's like you got to meet their energy sometimes. And that's where I think Guru's at. Does he take it too far? Yeah, probably. I don't like his, I think he takes it a little too far. I think he's playing a character, though. He has to ham it up, the Guru character that he plays. But I think if we look at, there's probably, like you said, there's more white fans than black fans in this sport. But if we really break it down, like, per capita style, all right, which percentage of each fan base per 1,000 fans are like making things about race? It's the black fan base. They do it all the time. They do, and we can get straight into it now because my 5 minutes is up. Go then, Mr. Counterpuncher. Let's hear it.
All right. So on this sheet right here, you can see a very educated, detailed analysis and response that I have. You can't see everything that I'm saying, but this is very well written. This is great, great penmanship.
Oh yeah.
So let's just touch on pride. I think a lot of this, you guys thought I was gonna come here and defend blacks. We're gonna end racism today. All right, guys, we're gonna end racism today because this is a black pride thing. This is a white pride thing. This is a Muslim pride thing. I don't think, and unfortunately, entertainment sports do this. I don't think any of these races, I don't think if you take black fans, Muslim fans, and maybe the Muslim Brotherhood might actually start some shit, because we all saw what happened with Dylan Dennis this weekend. They are probably the most viable to, if you put us all in a room and you put some fights on, nothing's going to happen. We're all going to sit there and watch the fights. I think this is the product of fans being from a place and supporting certain fighters, and then when their fighters lose and the fighters that they're supporting are from the place they're from, they're just passionate about it. And the only way you can combat the default responses you get from these bot ass NPC haters who, okay, DDP loses the fight, white boys, look at you guys, Dagestani's talking about, oh, look at you white. I understand. There's that default.
You say that shit, bro. You say that shit to me. You've said that to me loads of times. What are you on about? I fucking criticized Hamzat Chimaev for calling out Alex Pereira, and you literally said to me, "We can get the comment up." Huh.
No,
Hey, another Muslim
hey,
living rent free in your head. You say it.
Hey, Bromo, you know when we're talking about DMs, it's always jokes. But listen. My take on Hamzat calling out Alex Pereira, it's not my decision. If the UFC allows that to happen and they want to have a UFC grappling event or some sort of grappling event and do that, whatever, they can. But I just wanted to highlight the fact that I just noticed that when Alex Pereira called out Hamzat for that fucking grappling match, immediately the same fans who were like, oh, Hamzat, because they don't like Hamzat. There's fans who go, he doesn't deserve a title shot up a division because he hasn't defended his title. I agree with this. But there's fans who just don't want him to beat Pereira because it will elevate him as a star and they don't want to see him do well. So as soon as they hear about a grappling match between him and Pereira, they're automatically like, yeah, let's go. Let's have the grappling match. Yeah, they're all for it because they know there's no belt on the line and they know Hamzat's going to win 9 times out of fucking 10. So there's no ego loss. And then Hamzat has to shut the fuck up and Pereira can go fight whoever and the fight never happened. They have no problem with him grappling. But as far as him fighting, the first thing they say is, well, he hasn't even defended his title. He's obviously going to have to defend his title before he gets to move up, guys. That's obviously what has to happen. He has to do that. There's no
just hold on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
yeah,
we've got more. I've just got more.
Read your comments, bro. Read your comments, bro.
I've just got more donations.
I'm gonna eat some watermelon.
Of course you are. I got some more. Vlad's done another big one. Vlad, seriously, bro, you need to just thank you. But came here because of the rage bait tile. So surprised to see the side that I expected to be racist and be the articulate and calm. I think he's definitely talking about you there, bro. I got rage baited to watch, but damn, Bromo got a new subscriber today. Vlad.
That's my boy Vlad. That's my boy Vlad.
Oh, is it? Oh, Vlad's
yeah.
Vlad's from you.
Yeah, I told everybody from Jack MMA stream and a couple other servers to come over here.
Oh shit!
Check it out.
Well,
yeah,
thank
man,
you.
Guys, like,
thank
share,
you, Vlad.
subscribe, bro.
Thank you, Vlad. And we got Crow Cop as well with the €10. I'm not getting left out. Thank you, Crow Cop. I mean, OG bromosexual here. We also have the Punisher. We all love Punisher. Why is Uwu tweaking with the 10? Whatever AED is. Thank you very much.
One second, Bromo. Why is it that I'm tweaking when I'm chilling and Guru's just playing the character?
Because you were, dude. Like,
hey
Guru,
guys,
listen,
Guru.
It's a pleasure
to meet you guys. I'm 23 years old.
Listen, lad. Guru tweaks as well. I did a whole video about Guru's crash out when Bryce Mitchell lost.
Yeah, I'm playing the character. You think I go around outside talking to people like this?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
You say all the. Oh, come on, bro. Guru's.
Yeah, but if you talk shit to me, I'll talk shit to you. But I don't go. When I go to the bro, I'm a big black guy, dude, and I'm very self-conscious. I'm gay, so I don't have this like. I'm like the opposite of guy. I wish you guys knew this shit. I don't like to be imposing. I'm very insecure about my masculinity. I'm overly masculine, and I'd like to be less masculine. Yeah, I'm a fucking fag. So niggas always like, bro, when I'm out in public, bro, I'm like quiet and I'm shy and I like try to keep my head down. Even though I can beat people up and shit, I am not imposing. That's why I have an issue with people that start problems with me in real life, which is very rare because it's like, nigga, I don't do shit to nobody. I literally mind my business. I don't talk to anybody. I'm always smiling and waving. I open the door for people and shit and all that. I cross the street for people. I skate in the middle of the road. If I see you crossing the street, I'm driving in front of a car, so they have to stop so you can get across. I don't give a fuck. I'm that type of guy, bro. I'm not chipping out all the time.
Vlad's just donated another 50. Vlad, you got too much spare money, bro. Thank you. Yeah, you got me here, but you losing the debate.
It's not about winning or losing. We're just having a conversation.
Listen, that's what losers say. Vlad's donated $200 to me.
Yo,
so
Black,
far.
You stop donating hundreds of dollars?
No, it's like going through. I mean, look, you can look. Chat revenue $225.
Don't go broke. Please.
W Vlad, bro. W Vlad. That's Uwu. This is the he's chimping out. Can you believe
I
it?
did not stab that bitch in the fucking subway.
He did.
Rest in peace to that lady.
Listen. He kind of looks like the guy that did it though. Yeah, look
I
at all
would
these.
never
Look, I got
that's the thing,
5
though. I would
here,
never defend that
50,
guy.
55,
But I don't
10.
know.
5.
Black people will. Black people will. They'll defend any black.
Well, no, Vlad's done. Vlad's done
That's how
like
it is.
5 donations here. Anyway, let's get back to
guys,
the.
right? I would not defend that black guy that stabbed that girl. But this is what I'll say, right? Yo, you guys are saying I'm losing the debate. I didn't come here to prove that blacks aren't racist. Blacks are racist as fuck. Bro, if I'm in the comment section of a black Twitter post and I say y'all are wilding for defending that guy or talking about racism and fucking slavery in defense of that shit happening, y'all fucking weird, bro. Y'all weirdo. They call me a fucking coon. Like, you don't understand as a black person how frustrating it is to be called racist by whites or like biased. Because, bro, blacks don't agree with me. They hate me. Because when it comes down to it, I'm not negligent or ignorant to the blatant fucking degeneracy. I'm not. It's right in front of me. It'd be one thing if we were the ones running society and maintaining the societal infrastructure, but we're not. We're the ones that society's infrastructure has created entertainment and fucking bullshit for, so we can have areas of criteria that we can excel in. Brother, everything we're good at, they made for us. I'm sorry. You just have to accept that. The world is not ran by niggas. Niggas don't run the world. When you look at Parliament, when you look at Congress, I don't see a bunch of fucking black hats in there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Black people are biased towards their own people. And I think whites that are racist are more subtle. And I think white people that are racist are, if it's unprovoked, they're not outwardly negative. But I think black people use any excuse they can to rub it in the white man's face.
Yeah, they do. And
slavery happened 400 years ago. I don't give a shit about none of that shit, bro.
Right,
how I feel about slavery and Martin Luther King? They could all suck my dick. I wasn't there back then, but I would have slapped everybody sitting in chains. Get out of here. They would have killed me.
Well, thank you again, Vlad, for another donation. Okay, I would keep thanking everyone, but I do want to get back to this debate because I want to get back to what Uru said about Hamza Chimaev versus Alex Pereira in a fucking grappling match versus a fight, and it's like, you know, he's saying, oh, you know, everyone's happy about this grappling match and this and that, and it's like, I think it's stupid. I mean,
it's stupid, right? But you're a logical person. You realize that, right?
It's fucking ridiculous. But also,
you're speaking for whites.
You said something earlier, though. Yeah, but you said something earlier about having pride and, you know, like having pride about, you know, like who you are and where you're from and this and that. And it's like, yeah, like
I don't have pride, so I'm not biased.
I know you're not, but like, listen, like most black fans will always back black fighters, and that's fine.
Yo, brother, do you acknowledge black MMA fans? I don't. They don't watch
yeah, well, that
MMA.
doesn't mean that they don't exist.
Don't watch MMA. No, but hear me out. They're not MMA fans. They're degenerate gamblers who go to B-dubs and Buffalo Wild Wings on the weekends and watch the game, and they bet on the guy that they've seen the most before on ads, and they go, and if the guy's black and he loses, they just make excuse. You know what's funny though, Promo? Hold on.
You can call them casuals. You can say that they're casuals. Casuals. Yeah, but they're still fans though, bro. Like they're like,
but they're not fans of the sport, and they're not fans of those fighters. How do I know? When Izzy loses, when Jamal Hill loses, when Buckley loses, his comments are filled of black niggas telling him he let them down and he fucked their parlay up. That's all black people give a fuck about.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know, that like black people, they like go, you know, they'll
we don't disagree.
They'll exclusively back black fighters. But like what you say, you know, you go fucking,
bro. For race, hold on. One of my comments.
Oh, you know, like
if a race war happens, we setting your ass up, brother. If a race war happens, I'm on the highest bidder side. Whoever pays me the most to fucking kill for them, that's whose side I'm on. I don't give a shit about color, brother.
Highest bidder. So you're saying you would go to the highest bidder?
Fucking shit for some good money. I don't give a fuck.
So Uwu, so you would go to the highest bidder. That's what you're saying.
So no, but if a race war happened and niggas thought I was gonna just fight by them by default because I'm black, they're crazy, bro. Like what? That's crazy.
Anyway.
I already know who's winning that war, first of all, so I'm gonna need a lot of incentive to fight for one side.
Right, let me just get back to a point. Right, so what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, right, you're saying like, white fans just back all the white fighters and blah 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 and all this and that, and it's like, well, yeah, but then it's like, why is that an issue though? If everyone
Oh,
else
it's not
can
that
do
it's a
it,
problem.
if Muslims can back the Muslims, blacks can back the blacks, whites can't back the whites. That's
You
an
know what,
issue
Romo?
then,
You know what,
and
Romo? You're right.
all
You're
the
right.
whites are
You're right.
racist.
I
The
have to.
whites
I
are
have to be
racist.
different. I have to like acknowledge that you just made a good point. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And
I
I
know
just
I
told
do.
you, I don't have like black or gay or white or something pride. I don't identify with a group of people. So when I make picks, it's literally just based off maybe who I'm biased towards and just who I like better aesthetically, whatever the case may be, or like person. I don't base it in these things, so I can't relate to that. So I
I
have
know
to be
you
less.
can't.
I
Like,
have
this
to
is
be
like
less ignorant. It's not. It's not normal for somebody to not be tied to what, like, that's normal. That's normal. If you're from
Yeah,
the
no,
UK,
listen,
you're
you're
gonna go
right. The
for whatever
debate
soccer
isn't,
team is on that.
yeah, but
So
the debate isn't who's more racist, Bromo or Uwe, because the debate is
Bromo's not racist.
in general. No, but that's what I'm saying. But hey, fuck you, oh, bro, you've called me racist multiple times.
No. I
Not,
call no, Bromo. Your fans say racist shit to me in the fucking
no, I'm
comments,
not about in
and then you
comments.
don't come
No,
to my
like, no,
defense.
listen.
I
Comments on my
want you to be
video.
my Abraham Lincoln. Free me.
Comments on my video, right? Before you joined my server, right? And before we started talking and we actually, got
Bro,
on.
look where we're at now. We're on top of the world.
I know that's what I'm saying, but yeah,
Vlad.
this is what I'm saying. But before we got into this, right? You used to comment on you were like a hate watcher. I said
No.
you were like you were a hate
Bro, I've
watcher.
always been a
And every
Michigan
time I
fan.
criticize anyone, and this is what you people do, right?
You people is crazy.
Listen, I can criticize anyone on planet Earth. I can criticize white fighters. I've criticized many white Christian fighters. I've criticized everyone. As soon as I criticize a black guy
Bro, when
or
did
a
I ever defend a
Muslim,
black person on your shit? Who?
listen,
Name them. I've never racially biased,
right.
backed anybody. It's always just
I don't look, dude. I don't racially back anyone either.
you don't.
I call out.
The fan base does.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. But I call out, right? I call out,
Hypocrisy.
white, black, Chinese, fucking Muslim, whoever. It doesn't matter to me, right? But you come into my used to come into my comments whenever I criticize anyone that wasn't white.
Who? Wait, what? I thought they were white too.
No,
I've never defended a black person on your shit. You can't
no,
tell me one black fighter I'm a
listen
fan
to what
of.
I'm saying.
You can't tell me one black fighter I'm a name one black fighter I talk about highly. Not that I'm not a fan of any, but which
I'm
one?
not saying no.
None.
I'm not
None.
saying it. I'm not saying that you do. What I'm saying is
because you're white and
he's not listening.
they're Muslim. I just say you know what it is. I thought I took you as a guru mock. That's when I switched up. I started actually watching your content.
Good. Right, yeah, but this is what I'm
one
saying.
day,
Yeah, but what used to happen though? I used to reply to your comments and actually say, "This has nothing to do with race. It's because of X, Y, and Z." And I even said to you, in my previous videos, I've called out Alex, blah blah blah, this person, and it's like, but you don't, and it isn't just you, but like the black fan base, the Muslim fan base, they do this. They pick and choose, and then they come in and go, you're just targeting this group of people. It's like, no, anyone can get it. Anyone can get it.
When I say a comment like that, and then you clarify, oh, mate, I'm not racist, mate, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's not. Hold on.
Never happened one time. You never just was like, all right, cool.
Romo, this is what happens after I make that comment. Before you can even reply, somebody's already said some racist shit. Because me bringing up the race card gives the racist fans, the covert racist, the green light. Oh, now we can jump on him. He's a sensitive, racist black monkey fuck. Yeah. And then before you even defend yourself, you already got 3 niggas already talking about you monkey banana fuck. DEI, fatigue is real. So whether you're racist or not, the fan base, whether they're even racist or not, will say racist shit just to say it sometimes. And that goes for every race. It's not just whites. That's just the problem with blacks is there's just a low quantity of black fans. But I'll help you make it even. If you've ever met a black boxing fan, that's a Dagestani fan. If they're the same as Dagestani fans. black boxing fans, you can't convince those niggas that Mike Tyson would lose to Tyson Fury. They will swear up and down he's gonna knock him out 2-piece in a soda, chicken wing, hit him with a Bentley. They'll figure out any. Muhammad Ali beats the fuck out of Tyson Fury because he's a black man. You're hating on our own people. What's wrong with you? That's why it's so annoying being called a black like fucking apologist by you guys, by the white fans. It's because like, bro, blacks do not fucking like me, bro. They don't fucking like me.
Well, here's the thing though. I feel like it's a lot more common. It's a lot more common in. I mean, we're not talking about the boxing, right? But
yeah,
in MMA, it is a lot more common, and I'll stand on this for black fans, right, to just be against white fighters purely because they're white than it is the other way around.
But I don't know about that because
I do.
Black. You're white, so I'm black.
I'm not about us personally. I mean, in general, it's a generalization.
You wouldn't know what the other end of the spectrum is like. This is what I'm trying to tell you: is that the same black fans who shit on the white fighters shit on the black fighters anytime they can't make the bills meet. They can't pay the bills. That's it. So like, I wish white people knew this about black people, but that whole trope that you hear about self-hating, they call me a coon. They say I hate black people. I don't hate black people. I just understand that I'm a person like everybody else, and I don't think I'm better than everybody else because I'm black. So I treat everybody equally. And then when black people and black people take a problem with that, they have a problem with this. What you have to understand is when Jamal Hill takes an L, the black fan base listen. There might be some just those are casuals that don't understand who Yuri Prohaska is. They don't watch that. They don't follow his career. They don't know shit. They don't know how epic he is. They don't appreciate the existence of and the significance of Yuri. So there are those fans out there who are just going to go slander him because he's a white guy. But they're in Jamal Hill's DMs. They're in Jamal Hill's comments. Yo, nigga, you sold. You let a white boy beat you, bro. So it goes both ways. Niggas
that kind of just proves my point, though.
Bro.
That literally proves my point.
They hate Asians. They hate Mexicans.
That literally proves.
Yeah, but everybody.
Yeah, but why do they hate the black people? Because they're like, I can't believe you let a white boy beat you. What's that about?
Because they're dumb.
You've never seen a white fan. You've never seen a white fan go. Let me think of an.
White people are higher IQ.
Let me think of an example recently. Fucking.
Simple racism.
Well, just like but
that's an IQ thing.
You never see a white fan, right, go into a white fight's DMs or comments when they've lost to a black guy and go, I can't believe you just let a black guy beat you. What you doing? That's what I'm saying. Like they may hate the black guy, but the only reason that they hate the black guy is because they lost to the white guy.
He's gonna beat him, and then when he loses, they just don't give props. But it's not the same thing. I get what you're saying, but hear me out. Hear me out. I understand this. My issue is like my channel alone. I made my video about how white fans were racist or whatever, and I didn't even say that white fans were racist. I just broke down the fact, like I just got into how I feel about it and like the white prejudice in this community. But I didn't say white fans were racist. I literally said they're not. Most of them are just fans who enjoy the sport. I acknowledge that. But my thing was clickbaity. My title was clickbaity, and I opened my first minute was very like chimpish. So there were people in my comments. If you check my comments, there were people who probably watched.
I read the comments.
I can see but I can see my analytics. I can see my analytics and I can see the watch time for that video. And the average watch time for the video is about 37 seconds. Yeah. So it's like, so I'm like, okay, so you saw the clickbait title and the clickbait fucking whatchamacallit thumbnail where you got the KKK and fucking Bin Laden and shit, and you just assumed that I was a black apologist who's gonna sit here and defend blacks and say whites are the problem, but that's not what I did. But the response I immediately got from Caucasian people was essentially, you're a low IQ monkey. Stop talking.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I read your comments.
You see the comments I'm getting, and you could tell they clearly didn't watch the video. You can tell they didn't watch the video because if you watch, I have it as well.
I have, dude. I have it all. I mean, look, we can get the comments up now. I've got them on my screen.
And somebody deleted their shit yesterday.
All right, 32 comments.
Go through all the bitches.
Calling out a whole group of people, calling them racist with your only anecdotal information you purposely look for. You're the problem, bud. Always a victim, bro. You're a delusional racist. Another black man creating racism. You're the problem. Segregate.
See what I'm saying? My video wasn't even derogatory towards white people. I offended niggas.
End this, end that, while making no sense at all. The fatigue is real. Please go away. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, hilarious.
But you see what I mean? Like, bro, if you watch that video, I literally, and that's what I said. I said, guys, I wasn't calling out white MMA fans. I was calling out Guru fans in that video. I specified Guru controls the fucking 11% of fucking bigot fucking Caucasian people in this fucking community, and they all fucking get behind him no matter what the fuck he says. And unfortunately, white people pay for pay-per-views. White people are the ones who have YouTube channels. White people are the ones who invest in the sport. Yeah. White people are the ones who follow fighters directly and are actually getting behind their careers. So the reality, it is a white sport. It is a white dominated sport. And Guru takes advantage of this. And I said in the video, this was my point. It's not even that Guru is racist, right? He can't afford. It's so funny because you'll see on DJ's comments, you'll see a bunch of people going, oh, he can't. Why are you fucking with MMA Guru? He's so racist, this and that. And DJ knows Guru. If they're cool and they spent time together, he's clearly not racist. He's classist, maybe. Maybe he doesn't like poor people, poor degenerate blacks, but he clearly has no problem with colored people because he's cool with them. He's cool with Buckley. He's cool with plenty of black fighters. I don't think he's racist, but he's attracted a certain percentage of his fan base has to be big. They're all his fans. He has all of them. If he starts backing a black fighter or going against a white fighter, imagine he picked against Aspinall, JDM, or fucking DDP. What 40 or 30% of his fan base would say? Oh yeah, because that's what they come here for. 40% of his fan base is there. Look at his comments when he goes live. They're there for confirmation bias. There are a bunch of racist people who get on and force him to do racist impressions and read racist-ass comments, and he finds himself in this situation where he's like, oh, fuck, if I don't say it, I lose a percentage of my viewership. But if I do say it, I gain more fans. And if I say it, but then I admit that I didn't mean it, people know I'm inauthentic. So and you know he's the type of guy. Guru is a slime ball. He will sell it. He will sell it. He's willing to do it. But that, unfortunately, it puts out a bad energy. Like I said, most black people are not fans of this sport. But it's going to be really hard to get new black fans or new colored people as fans if the biggest voice in the space on the online spectrum is a nigga who blatantly, openly just fucking ear rapes any black person or Muslim person whenever there's a given opportunity. Whether it's because he means it or not, it sends a bad message. It really reflects poorly on the sport.
No, I will say he does go after Muslims, but I don't really see him going after a lot of black people just for the sake of being black.
Not for the sake of being black. It's not even that. Hear me out. Let me be more specific. Guru doesn't go after John Jones or Izzy because they're black. He goes after them because they're fucking degenerates. But the problem is if I make a video about my experience dealing with racism when I lived in Florida, there's going to be black people who want to come in the comments and pander, who just want confidence. Oh yeah, I have a racist experience too. Fuck those and that's what it is. It has nothing to do with Guru going after Izzy and John Jones. It's the fact that Izzy and John Jones are black. He goes after many people, but he gets a different response from a large percent of his fan base when it's a certain type of person. So it's not.
Yeah, but that's not exactly. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, well, that's not his fault though. Unless he.
It's not his fault, but it means that there is a large percentage of the fan base who are just blatant racist on both sides of the spectrum.
Look, I'm not disagreeing that like there's no racist white fans. By the way, there is. I mean, it's both sides.
It goes both ways, but there's not a lot of
it's
black
both sides. But
the biggest black voices aren't racist. Kenny is not racist. He loves plenty of white fighters. Dana Black is not racist. Kenny bets against his own niggas all the time. And Bro, look at Kenny's fucking TikTok comments sometimes. There's niggas that call him a coon all the fucking time.
I mean,
They
I'm
call him
pretty
fucking
sure
Uncle
I've
Tom.
seen. I have
I
seen
know
Kenny
Kenny's biased towards African Nigerian fighters because he's African, and I understand, but he's Nigerian. I'm not African, and that's another thing. Dana Black MMA is another guy. He's not on YouTube as much, but he's on Instagram and stuff. He's one of the bigger voices for Black creators in this space. There's only a few of us. He's the second biggest next to Kenny, in my opinion, or even bigger, because he doesn't have a YouTube following, I guess. But he's not racist either. He's just they pick who they want to win or who they like. We don't pick like everybody Kenny picks isn't a dark skin. There's plenty, like that's it. We don't look at black fighters. There's not one black fighter on the roster that I go, man, he's black, so I'm gonna go for him too because he's one of the guys. Nah, bro. Everybody knows that niggas have a deficit in MMA. That niggas like money. So niggas who do know about the sport and do bet on this shit, like Kenneth and Dana Black and I used to, we're not betting on niggas who look like us because we know we're not that good. Unless your name is Israel Adesanya or John Jones or Jamal Hill or Kamaru Usman, there's a good chance you're going to get beat. And it has nothing to do with your skin color. It's just to do with your style and their proclivity to box instead of mixed martial arts. And see what I'm saying? I'm criticizing blacks right now, black fighters. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. I'm not racist. But constantly, you look at my comments. The people that commented on my video, they don't know that I have this view. They don't want to hear that. And when I told niggas I wasn't racist, they didn't even read the comment. Or if they read it, they didn't reply because it didn't confirm the narrative. It didn't adhere to their preconceived notion about me. So people are just constantly looking for a confirmation bias on all spectrums. But the racists can't hide themselves. That's why I made that post, not to call out whites and say they're racist, but you're gonna expose yourself. If you watch the video, you know I didn't say whites were racist. But if you just saw a fucking black nigga talking about white people and having that cover and that title, you're just gonna go say whatever racist shit you want if you're racist because you think that's what it is. It's me against you, and it ain't. I'm for humanity, baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's a Lord of the Pies has just quoted you saying he goes after John Jones because he's black.
No,
okay,
he doesn't go. Oh, so
okay,
sorry.
now you're
sorry
stupid. Everyone goes after him. Luke Thomas is his biggest
bro.
cricket.
My apologies, bro. My apologies that I said something and then afterwards I reiterated myself and made myself more clear. I don't know if you're listening to the actual debate or if you're just trying to reply to one thing that I said, but clearly we've delved. We're gone from that. It's not that he goes after them because he's black. He went after Nina Drama. She ain't fucking black. He goes after Conor when he needs to be going after. He goes after Sean Strickland when he needs to be going after. He does what he needs to do to make content. He talks about who he wants to talk about. I'm just highlighting the fact that there is a percentage of the fan base that when he makes a video about certain marginalized demographics, they are very fast and very quick to hop on those videos and give those videos more negativity than others. The same could be said about people that are black. I'm not saying we don't do it, but it's crazy. Listen, Bromo already said it. He just said it. I'm good. You just said it, bro. You said, listen, there are white racist fans. I hate that white fans try to deny that racism in this MMA community is existent. That's not true. And that goes, like I said, it's on every spectrum. There's a lot of biased black ass fans out there who will not, and I don't know what this is. I came up watching Rocky Balboa and and obviously I'm a boxer now. I fight like fucking Rocky. I fight like a fucking idiot with no brain cells. You know what I mean? And growing up watching Rocky, going up against every time he had a guy to go against, it was a black guy except for Ivan Drago. It was always a black guy. It was Mr. T, and then it was old boy from the Predator and shit. And like I said, I got adopted by white people. I grew up watching Rocky and shit. I've never had this affinity. I grew up in New England too. Tom Brady. I grew up with Tom Brady as a fucking quarterback. The best. I grew up with the Red Sox. Our best athletes are all white niggas. And then I grew up with the Boston Celtics, so I grew up with respect for black athletes as well, because we got Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, all these other guys. Guys, I never have had this issue, but that's why I'm a lot different from a lot of black people, is I didn't grow up around black people. And black people are racist, and black people, like a lot of racist white people, racist black people train their children to be, I'm not gonna lie, about 70% of the niggas that I grew up with in this state, they hate white people and they don't even know any white people. And most of the most racist white people I've ever met, they live out in like Newport and Warren, Rhode Island and shit. There's no black people there, and they still hate them. and it has nothing to do with their interactions or their personal experience. It has to do with social media, in the news, and their parents reinforcing ideas on both ends of the spectrum. Oh, watch out for the white man. He's always going to try to take advantage of you. He's always trying to hustle you. Remember, man, slavery. And then you got, oh, watch out for the black people. They're going to rob you. They're going to stab you. They're going to kill you. And then it's just, and that's what racist parents and racist adults tell to the to the youth. And that's the problem with racism. Why I say it's low IQ. If you're racially biased, and it has nothing to do with national pride, it's because you're too dumb to formulate your own ideas. Because even though people did tell me when I was young that white people were going to do this and white people were going to do that, I just went and met white people and experienced life for myself. I didn't let somebody tell me what type of people white people are. I just met white people and deduced that there's good people and there's bad people, and they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And that's that. That's called logic. So I'll say, listen, all white fans are not racist, bro. But white fans have to admit, you guys got to hold the racist white fans accountable. I have to do that to the black fans. When a black fan says some out of pocket shit about Sean Strickland, nah, that white boy, bro, he's mad. Nah, bro, nah, you should get in the ring with me then, because you ain't beating Sean. That's it. I'm coming at you, nigga. I don't care. That's my boy. That's my guy. I don't care about none of that shit. But when you guys see a guy being blatantly racist towards a fight, listen, if their criticism lies within like reason, and then they're just like adding some flair to it like Guru does sometimes, that's one thing. But if somebody's just in there talking about these fucking inbred fucking, I'd like to see a couple dudes say, hey bro, chill out, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't like that being said about your people. Because everything we say about Muslims, like, I hope niggas know that. And that's what my roommate was saying. My roommate is Puerto Rican. She's not black. She's pale Puerto Rican, like white Puerto Rican. So like one of those pale Mexicans and shit. She's Puerto Rican. She's not black and she's not white. And she said, what the fuck, guys? Run me back. I was just talking about some shit. What did she say? Oh, she said like both of the, like, essentially, like, she was like, Dagestanis and white fighters are the same shit. And she was like, she could not tell the difference. Like that, like, it's the same shit. Like, to normal people, it's the same shit. If I show a picture of Islam Makhachev to somebody and a picture of Sean Brady to somebody and try to tell them that they're from completely different regions of the world, they will not believe me. They're either gonna assume they're both Arabic or they're both white guys, and one's a little uglier. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, that's how the average fan thinks of this shit. Like, it's not real. It's not real. Like, I wish Muslim fans knew that. And I wish white fans knew that. Like, you guys should probably unite. Be fans of the Dagestanis. Be fans of the white fighters. If you're going to be tribal and shit, the reality is it's you guys versus blacks. Versus the Mexicans and the Brazilians. That's it. Like that's how they feel about it. Like, that's how pigmented colored people feel. They all hate whites. They all hate whites. So I'm not even mad that racism is a thing.
Well, you kind of proved me point, aren't you?
No, but if you
they all hate whites.
No, but if
they
you
all
go to
hate
Brazil,
whites.
you're a white person, you're getting robbed, bro. If you go to Brazil with no Brazilians and you don't know where you're getting robbed. If you go to Brazil and you're black, you might get robbed by some fucking, some guy.
I know, but this is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying about who's, it isn't who is, it's who's most. And you've literally just said that.
Wait, what do you mean who's most? If we're going to talk about who's most, this entire fucking parliament meetings and Congress meetings where they talk about what they're going to do to colored people. The most powerful.
We're not on about Congress, bro. We're on about MMA.
Yeah, but that's
we're not about Congress.
Y'all got. Y'all MMA. World, nigga. So y'all have the most races. You guys got the most powerful, important races on the planet. They literally.
I'm on about MMA. I'm on about MMA fans. I'm not on about fucking Congress. Dana White.
All right, but is he blowing John Jones? I don't know, man. After fighting,
dude, I'm on about fans, bro. I'm not on about who's in most power. And yeah,
but believe it or not, the fans are
believe it or not, Uwu, in white countries, white people are at most in power. Breaking news: if you go to Africa, black people are in power. Big whoop-de-doo. That's how it works. I'm on about MMA fans, bro.
There's gonna be a bunch of new black fans out of nowhere, just blazing.
Huh?
If they replace Dana White with Dean Thomas, There's gonna be a bunch of new black ass fans out of nowhere,
and that kind of
landscape changes.
and that proves my point is that it is just we wouldn't care like
it's not about whether you would care. It's just that the landscape would change.
No,
there would be more. There would be more people.
Listen. What I'm saying is, you're saying if there's a black guy at the head of the UFC, we'd have loads of black fans. Insinuating that the reason why there's not a lot of black fans is because
it's because black people.
It's because a white guy runs
only follow shit that's black. That's why we name our
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I just said.
But why are we like that, bro? Why are we like that? Why are we like that?
You tell me because
you're gonna do that. But why are we like that, bro?
Go on,
like
then,
2 years ago, I would have to go to a bathroom that said black.
Oh, here we go, guys. The victim card's getting played already. The victim card's getting played.
Listen,
the victim card's getting. I would also be a slave 100 years. Yeah, okay, go on, use it.
All right, bro. Hey, bro, I'm not.
Did you know that white people were slaves?
I'm not pro-segregation.
I mean, if you want to use listen, if you want to play the victim card, white people were slaves. Do you know what the word?
We enslaved you first, and then you guys got us back, and you did it better. Yeah,
do you know where the word slave comes from?
The Moors and shit. We enslaved all the entire world for 800 something years or some shit, and then white people beat the fuck out of us somehow and took over, and they mastered the slave trade. That's why they kissed those black. That's why Trump and them and the Pope kissed the black.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is what I'm saying though. This is why people always call you victims, bro, because you always pull the victim card, right? The word I'll get it on screen now. The word slave,
but they don't teach us about how we
and this
is enslaved you guys first in schools. They just talk about your power.
And this
they only talk about your superiority in school. They never talk about the heroin niggas.
Listen, look, the word slave comes from the term Slavs, an East European ethnic group. All right, it's from fucking it's from like Slavs, like Slavics. So if you want to pull the fucking slave card, we can, but we're not going to. All right, because it's a stupid card that's not relevant.
I'm not pulling a slave card, nigga. I'm just saying. Why do you think
you just? I'd have to go to a different bathroom. What's that got to do with?
I'm just saying,
MMA fans backing their own. MMA fans being racist about fucking doing a different bathroom.
Like, bro, my grandma used to have to deal with that, bro.
Your grandma's not an MMA. We're on about MMA fans. We're not on about the history of
She's
fucking.
She's an MMA fan, bro. She's a Holly Holm fan.
She's a fucking Holly Holm fan. Oh my god.
No, you're right, bro. You're right. Listen. I said what I said. I don't think all white fans are fucking putrid, fucking racist. I don't even think Guru is a complete racist. Obviously, that wouldn't make any sense. I think. I would like for white fans to hold the racist white fans accountable when they're being racist, and black fans who aren't racist should hold black fans accountable. I'm not saying no. Do you?
I fucking called out Guru. I literally did.
You're black, bro. You're black, bro. You got the N-word pass, bro. You have to cook out, bro.
No, I'm joking.
July 4th, bro. July 4th. We'll see you over there.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, we do call out. I mean, look,
you say we. You do. Don't say we.
I say we. Okay, let me take back we. Let me take back we.
You might be the coming of.
But some people do, and some people like you call out the blacks, but most of them don't, and most of you. And you could argue most white people don't too.
We all gotta do better.
Huh?
We all gotta do better.
What are we shaking hands or something?
Yeah, man. Racism is over.
We all listen. We all got to do better.
You say black power, I'll say white power. On 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, thing is though, you have to do the white power salute, and I'll do the black power fist.
All right, let's go.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Black power, bro. Do I have to take a knee? Do I have to take a knee?
I've never kneeled for no man unless.
Well,
but I don't worship beings and shit. That's why I don't believe in work. I'm too lazy. Christians be trying to get me to believe in God. I'm like, bro, I'm too lazy to pray and shit all the time.
Man, that's a whole other fucking conversation. But listen, from my experience, now look, if you want to talk about anecdotals, because I know you like to get into them. From my experience as a hard done to white British man, oh, honestly, it's a hard life. From
It's
what
hard
I
to live
get,
that, bro. You got to see your diet.
huh?
You see your diet. It's hard to live there. Trust me. The food you're condemned to eating traditionally is.
Beans on toast,
It's not
tuna.
even that. I just saw like it's all of it, bro. It's just sad.
But anyway, yeah. So from what I get, and I get it from a lot of, mainly, honestly, it's whenever I criticize John Jones or like I criticize Gable Stevenson the other week, and the amount of black people that came into my comment just going, oh, white boy this, white boy that, buddy, and I'd even make it about like
Bro, the same thing I do with my
listen,
guru post. Same thing.
listen,
It's the same
listen,
thing. They're racist blacks who are
my
looking for an
video wasn't I hate John Jones and Gable because they're black men. But then they
No,
come in
bro,
my comments
hear
and
me
they
out,
make it all
promo,
about race.
promo.
But the difference is when a black guy criticizes, like say if Kenny Okoye was to criticize, I don't know, fucking Tom Aspinall or something, like you wouldn't get a bunch of white. I mean, you'd probably get a few, but you'd get less white guys going in, going, "Oh, of course the black guy's sticking with the black guy, black
Kenny's
guy
comments are full
criticizes the
of
white guy."
Go look at Kenny's comments and shit.
Huh?
Go check out Kenny's comments. His comments are not good.
Look, I've read Kenny's comments, and they all basically just call him like a fucking delusional clown because some of his takes are just because he is a bit of a contrarian.
But I've heard people say the same thing about Joey, and he's white because he has the same takes as Kenny. They have the same takes.
Yeah, no, but they just say that. Yeah,
they
that
say
kind
Joey
of proves the
hates
point,
whites,
though.
but he doesn't because he's white.
Yeah, but that proves the point that it's not about racism. It's about bloody delusional takes. That's
but
like,
they're not delusional. They said Hamzat would beat DDP and Islam would beat JDM, and they did.
No, yeah, but we all get picks right and wrong. But they also coped about Ankalaev. Pereira's not even a star. Pereira's got no followers.
But that's what you guys said about Magomed. So
Ankalaev quit on him.
If you don't watch MMA Joey, he's made it distinctly clear that when he
Ank's
has
not
these
a star.
delusional dumbass takes, that he is being a contrarian, but for the sake of it, and it's because he's saying exactly what you guys say. Now, hear me out. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Not a star, though.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. He just said it. How people were talking about how Ankalaev wasn't a star, and I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about the UFC. You got Ariel Helwani on live air, one of the biggest names in this fucking sport, one of the most influential characters in this fucking sport, and he's out here talking about, man, I don't know, Ankalaev just not a star. We need Alex Pereira, and everybody agreed with him, and everybody made videos. Everybody agreed with him. Everybody agreed with him that Pereira being a star was why he needs to be champion and why he deserves an immediate title shot and why Ankalaev should lose. And we hope he loses because we need him to save the division. And then and what they brought up to defend this claim was his Instagram followers and was his interactions online. And they said, listen, Pereira's doing laps around Magomed in the general statistics. And he was. Magomed isn't a nobody. He has a big following, but it's mostly Russians from where he lives. It's not really internationally. So they were right. But now we have Islam Makhachev versus JDM. JDM has a big following. He has 300-something thousand fucking followers on Instagram. The guy has a big following. But Islam is a fucking megla giant on social media. Once you hit the millions, you're a superstar on social media terms. And the same people who, and I don't think this is not my take. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't care about who deserves to fight who based on Instagram followers or who's more popular. I just want to see good fights. But Joey did make a good point. There's a big hypocrisy, and you're not one of the people who said this, but the same people who said Alex, due to being a star and a bigger draw, was the better guy, was the guy everybody should root for in that fight. The same people who said that were betting against Islam Makhachev and saying they want JDM to win because he has a more fun style and he knocks people out. And I don't agree with this take, but before the fight had happened, you remember me saying, even in that live we did, I asked your boy JLP, I said, hey, when was the last time JDM knocked somebody out? That was good. When was the last time he knocked out a striker? But people had this narrative. They do this thing. And Topuria is different. I compare Topuria and JDM a little bit because the narrative, there's this narrative that Topuria, because he knocks people out, is just like the biggest star ever. But there's more. But he is a big star. I'm never going to take that away from him. But JDM, people were saying, this guy's the best. He's the best striker at welterweight. Look what he did to Bilal. His boxing is out of this world. He can knock out anybody. And he can if he's in front of the right opponent. Of course, we've seen him do it before. But he's not that guy. His social media following is not there. His resume doesn't stack up to that hype right now. It just doesn't. The numbers don't add up. And people were dying on that hill. And if you tried to tell people, Islam's a bigger star, but JDM's better for the sport. Ariel said Pierre's better for the sport because he has a bigger following. Islam has a bigger following. So are you going to – are they going to – is Ariel – this is my issue, I guess. Is Ariel going to go back and say, all right, guys, you're right. You're right. Maybe I was wrong. But he's not wrong. Following does play a big part. It's not that he was wrong. It's that you have to give Islam the credit that you give Pierre, that you give Topuria. Because whether you like his style from one performance or you like Hamzat's style from one performance, they're pulling the same numbers. They're doing the same thing.
The main thing that I saw, just before I get into it, another £2 donation. Thank you. Say the MMA Uwu looks like the local crackhead. I can't lie. You know what? It kind of does look like a local crackhead. You know what I mean?
This is coming from some unathletic person who doesn't eat clean. That can't beat me in a fight.
I can see Uwu doing like the fucking fentanyl. You know what I mean?
Bro, I've done mad drugs, and I'm sitting here sober having a conversation with you. This is as sober as it gets, though, honestly.
Yeah, sober, smoking a joint. Anyway, on to the Alex Pereira thing. The main thing that I saw people saying was, oh, by the way, I have someone joining the stream.
That's fine. Do you think?
He's called 10-7 MMA. He's another YouTuber. He wants to come in and yap a little bit. With Pereira, I get what you're saying. They're saying that Pereira's better for the sport because he's a bigger star.
I don't doubt that.
And then they were saying that I know you're not saying that you think that. You're saying what other people were saying, but then you're saying that they're picking JDM because he's more fun. From what I saw, from what I saw, I saw people saying that Alex is better for the sport because of his activity, his style. He knocks people out. He's a fun personality. Ankalaev is inactive, not a fun personality. His style's all right. I mean,
JDM is inactive, not a fun personality. Great guy, great champion, great fighter. Not a fun personality. The family guy, the nuclear family guy is not interesting. It's not. It's not.
No, but but it's about. The main thing for Alex though. Listen,
bro, why is Volk interesting? Why is Volk more compelling than JDM? He has a personality that spans beyond combat sports.
But it's also the fight style as well. This is why people listen. This is why people wanted Alex to be Ank.
I get it.
It's because he's more.
JDM is the Ankalaev in the Islam, but he's the Ankalaev in that matchup though.
Yeah, but most people prefer. I mean, not me, but most people.
Sure.
Most people prefer to watch strikers, and that's why people wanted JDM to win. They wanted a striker.
But Bromo, it's not consistent. Because hear me out. They pick and choose when to use style as a reason. Listen, Charles Oliveira, I love Charles. He's a great fighter. I do. He's a great fighter. Every time, bro, watching him lose to Topuria, I picked Topuria to win. Everybody, everybody knew what the fuck was going on. But and I'm an Islam fan, right, to a degree. And I picked Islam to win way back when Charles was walking with that tiger. If you're new to this sport, that was in 2022, I think that was. Fucking yeah. So I remember that shit. Listen, watching him get pieced out cold like that hurt my feelings. It really did. I did not like that. But the reality is about Charles, and I've said this in videos in the past, and people think I'm a Charles hater. Tu Bronx, Brazil. No. I like Charles, but I'm a realist. And it's just like Strickland. It's just like Colby. It's other fighters that I like. It's just like Gagey, fighters, Max. There's fighters that I love that I just have to admit, bro, are not there anymore. They're not the guy that they were. And Charles Oliveira has not been title run Charles since the loss to Islam. He's had snooze fest after snooze fest after snooze fest since then. And if you try to say otherwise, I want you to look at his control time in his last 4 fights and compare them to Islam's control time in his last 4 fights. And you're going to see that Charles racks up way more. And stop. No, but hear me out. And people will go, well, Charles is always going for submissions, and he's always, he can't. He's willing to stand up and get knocked out and all this other stuff. That's good, but that's why he's not the champion who moved up and became a double champion. So when people go stylistically, Islam has, and you said this in your video. I'm pretty sure he has almost a dozen fucking finishes, or like more than that. In recently, that he's finished everybody. He's finished everybody except for JDM. And people have the nerve to say he's not an exciting fighter. Last time I checked, that Dustin Poirier fight was fucking grueling. That fight that he had with Moicano, even though it was short and simple,
great.
That fight was like, oh shit, like Moicano's gonna win? Is Moicano showing us something? Oh fuck. Like there was emotion. I felt something. And people just take that away from him. They're gonna go the same thing with Hamza. Like I know Hamza fought Kamaru Usman, and it was a weird fight. But one thing I did notice about the fan base, and I even do this because it was so quick and almost kind of feels significant almost, is that win over Whitaker. People just forget about that. They forget about the Holland, the Whitaker. Oh, he missed weight, and that's why he fought Whitaker.
I agree.
What do you think he was going to do to Nate if he wrapped up Holland like that? You know what Holland does to Nate Diaz in 2023 and 2022? He beats the shit out of him because that's just what happens. And I'm like, people. It's not that they're boring. I think it's that they're willing. I think what fans have to make a distinction of is it's not that they are boring. It's that even I, as a fan of them, have to accept that Hamza is willing to be boring to win a belt. He is not going to be the fighter who's going to put his chin on a platter and go out there and be exciting for the fans if he knows he has a deficit in the striking. So I know that. Now going forward, if I know there's an opponent he has that's decent on the ground and has good striking, he's probably going to try to submit him or lay on him. And that's what we have to accept. But that's why he's the best. And I think that's part of it. Because when you see fighters on the prelims and on the undercard that are like this, that have these habits, that are constantly grappling and rolling and all this other shit, we don't like it, but we don't say as much about it because they're not good. Because they're not the best. They're not beating our favorite fighters. They're not significant. So you know what? We all go, he's boring. He's losing it. He's going loss for win. He'll get cut anyway. Fuck this guy. But when they start getting into the top 5, we go, oh fuck, Bilal's gonna be a fucking champion.
But it's because most people.
I get why most people like.
Most fans don't fucking watch the early prelims. But anyway,
striking is more exciting than grappling. 100%. I'm never gonna dispute that. Like I get why people like strikers.
Just bear me a sec. I want to respond to Vlad because he's donated again, and then 10-7's waiting, and we got someone. Jake Paul's #1 fan. We'll let him in once 10-7's had his say because he has to come in. Vlad says, "What's Uwu smoking?" He's from WA. I don't know what that is. Maybe you could tell me. If Uwu's smoking weed, I want to know what he's smoking.
The shit right here is called Wingsuit Flower. It's 24% THC and it's mixed with the fuck is this shit? Kush Fumes Flower, which is 29% THC.
It's just classic
nigga shit
behavior, isn't it? It's just classic. All right, let's get 10-7 in. 10-7, boys. You're on the stage.
You guys can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. Right, we'll let you yap for a little bit. Just get your thoughts out, and then I guess we can respond or whatever.
For sure, brother. Appreciate it, Bromo. First and foremost, man, thanks for having me on. We've been talking for a little bit, and it's nice to finally meet you. Ooh, I've stumbled across your shit a couple of times, bro. So nice to finally meet you too, bro. Couple things, man. I just thought I'd chime in with my opinions. You mentioned Dana Black, and when I saw that, I'd been watching for like 2-3 minutes, so I don't know the whole context of what the conversation really was. But that's my boy. I messaged him. He started watching, and he was like, I agree with Uwu. So from a black guy perspective, I guess he's on he's on with you, man. So he agrees with most of what you were saying, and he was saying a lot of these white fans can be fucking assholes. So there's that for what that's worth.
And it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
Sure, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. And I'll tell you, I'm not white, nor am I black. I'm Middle Eastern Christian. I'm Assyrian like Benil Dariush.
This nigga's safe. He got all the locked-in safe keeps.
I'm saying. So, I mean, I see it, right? I'm not dumb, but a lot of kind of what you guys were talking about, I think there's a reason behind it, right? I watch a lot of Joey shit. I'm in his chat all the time. We're actually about to interview MMA Joey soon. Yeah. And Joey is a contrarian, I believe, for particular reasons. Now, a lot of what he says is factually true. The shit ends up happening, but he does do it for a reason, and it's kind of rage baiting the other side, right?
I said this. I mentioned this, but go.
Yeah, it's kind of rage baiting the other side. Now, here's what I see. When we're talking about the Dagestani fighters, I don't think it's a white thing. I don't think it's a black thing. It is definitely a partially religious thing.
Yeah.
But more so than that, it's really a Conor McGregor kind of thing, right? Like Conor McGregor's beef with the Dagestanis is what started all this.
Thank you, bro. See, we have a neutral guy just saying it how it is. You know what's crazy about my take, and I bet Dana Black would agree with this. I became a fan during Conor McGregor and Khabib, and I was a casual. And when you're a casual in that first year, it's hard for you to become a diehard. Like you're obsessed with both of those guys if that's the era you came up in.
Right.
You love Khabib and you love Conor. I didn't pick a side, so I don't have a distinction against, Dagestan. Like I wasn't rooting for Conor to beat Khabib, so I don't hate Khabib people for beating Conor, and I don't hate Conor for fucking losing to fucking Khabib and shit on him or go, oh man, like or saying what he said about Muslims and shit. Like Muslim fans need to stop doing this. The fact that Conor said this and that in the build up to a fight that happened when I was in fucking middle school, it don't matter no more. Let it go. That is not why you hate
here's the thing, bro.
That is not why you hate white fighters. You're just racist.
Look, you've got to let him speak, bro.
Oh, my were you trying to talk,
You're good, brother. It's fine. Here's what I'm trying to say, though. You got to understand, like, I think in this community specifically, I mean, it's happening all over the world in all walks of life, right? Mm-hmm. We see this shit with politics going on, and there was the fucking Charlie Kirk thing, and that hurts one side of the fucking community. Then the other side of the community is hurt by some other shit that happens. Like, everybody's going to be fucking sensitive about some shit when it hits close to home, right? But you got to realize that this MMA community, for the most part, is going to be young men. It's going to be kids, the age, guys, the age of 16 to 25. Most of them are fucking incels. Most of them live vicariously through these fighters online and shit. And it's a tough fucking space, right? Now, I don't know much about like where you guys fucking grew up, but a lot of these kids grew up in, the middle of fucking America, right? Like suburbs and shit. Generally speaking, it's not going to be tough ass kids, but they can go online and fucking act tough behind a burner account. They could talk shit to whoever the fuck they want. It's a safe space.
And Bromo, that's what I was trying to say. Hood black kids that are trained by their parents to be racist, they don't know what MMA is. They know about NBA.
It's not a
NFL,
thing.
And they know about betting.
So my point is you're going to see that shit everywhere, but you're also going to see it from the black side. You can see it from the white side. You're going to see it from the Muslims. Now, the problem with what I had with what you were saying, with this whole the Khamzat Chimaev, the Islam Makhachev shit, the criticism they've been getting. There's no fucking arguing. Islam Makhachev is the best fighter on the planet right now. He is number one pound for pound. He is the baddest dude on the fucking roster. Khamzat Chimaev might be second or third. Tapuria's got a fucking... He's probably in there. My boy Marab's probably in there. Mm-hmm. But regardless, we have to be able to fucking be objective, bro. Like, Khamzat Chimaev goes out there and fucking mauls people. That's why Khamzat Chimaev became the star that he is. I was at UFC 319 in Chicago. Mm-hmm. That shit was boring. We got to objectively be able to say that these fights
it was boring. No, it was. It was.
You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, I paid $700 fucking dollars to be in the building. And not just $700. We bought 8 tickets. We gave some away to friends and shit.
That's different. You're right.
So it's like, I'm in there. I'm seeing Carlos Prates knock people the fuck out. I'm seeing, Jeff Neal getting slumped by a spinning back fist, whatever the fuck was on that card. I don't remember. But it's like, I'm getting all that. Then we get to fucking Khamzat Chimaev, the scariest guy on the planet, and he lays on top of DDP for 5 rounds. Same thing with this last card. Knockout, knockout, knockout. 3 fights in a fucking row. Crazy shit. Even on the prelims, Bo Nickel with the head kick. And then think about if you're inviting a casual friend over, right? Somebody that doesn't really watch MMA. We've all been there where we want to get our friends involved in this shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, watch this. And it's knockout, knockout, knockout. The most exciting shit ever. And I'm like, yo, bro, this is the best women's fight of all fucking time. And now they're going to sit there for 25 minutes to watch this bitch lay on top of another one. And then we get the same thing. Brother, this is the baddest fucking fighter on earth. And this is what he does. You can be an Islam Makhachev fan. You can be a fan of whoever the fuck you want. You can root for whoever the fuck you want. But at the end of the day, I think we need to be able to objectively say shit's boring, bro.
It is boring.
I'm a
is boring.
Marab
I've
fan. The
never
Peter
disputed
Yan
that.
fight was fucking boring. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? We should be able to criticize whoever we want without people then bringing it back to, oh, you're only saying this because he's blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You're only saying this because he's black. You're only saying this because he's Muslim.
Daggy Glazer.
In it, it was like I've had
Part
it
of
where
it is
I've
that community,
where,
right, Bromo?
what's that? Sorry.
It's part of it is like a societal fucking problem, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh
it's
yeah,
not, again,
yeah, it is. It's like
I don't
I've
want to
had it
speak
where
on the
I-
black
Can I say
community or the
something?
Muslim community. I'm not a part of those communities, but like we do see that as a trend, right? There's that whole fucking word that's going around, black fatigue. That's been like a hot buzzword with these like young conservatives and shit. That's what the fuck you're seeing. This is a conservative
Bro,
white fan base.
He said that in my comments earlier. You looked at my comments for that post where I clarified how I felt about the racial prejudice in the community, and I got people talking about black fatigue, and I'm over here like I don't even know what the fuck that means. But my whole thing is like it's a cultural thing. But if you notice, like, look at all three of us sitting here. None of us are racist or against any race. We're all pretty much on the same. I'm not racist. I don't give a shit about race. I don't have black friends. Black people don't like people like me.
Right. So what do you think the issue is then? Like where do you
You think I have black friends?
So I'm saying where do you think the issue lies?
No,
then?
it's the IQ. When it comes to the fans, and listen, I said this earlier, there's a difference between national pride, religious pride, like just that pure type of like bias, and prejudice. And the prejudice fans, the ones who are like hateful against it's just an IQ thing. It's like you're just using MMA as a platform to like project your hatred for whatever marginalized group of people you hate in general. It has nothing to do with like me or the fighter or like whatever. That's just who you are. Whereas there's certain people that
you realize, right? Like, I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but like you realize, like, you're black. I'm sure you fucking dealt with shit throughout your life, but like you realize if they don't fucking like you here, they're not gonna like you if you're talking about basketball, if you're talking about politics, if you're talking about fucking.
They don't like shit that I have to say.
So it just is what it is. It's not an MMA issue. It's a fucking society.
It's a life thing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in MMA, it just gets magnified though, because we do got people like MMA Guru who is able to like mold these kids. That's the problem I've always.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier, bro. That's what I said.
Like the problem I've had with this MMA community, and I'm a fucking nobody in this community. You know what I mean? Like I got some friends in the UFC, and I know some managers and coaches. Like I try to fucking build myself up, and we got a couple thousand followers on YouTube and shit. But like realistically, I'm a fucking nobody in this game. But all I fucking see is just like negativity online. And I do notice that the Guru fan base, he's able to mold them and kind of push the narrative of not just the fans, of what the fans want, right? And Bromo, I know you're British, so you got the whole Aspinall, that whole situation. A lot of people are against what MMA Guru was saying there, right? But a huge portion of the community is agreeing with the guy. He's influential. So whatever the fuck he says goes, unfortunately. That's where we're at. If we don't like it, what the fuck are we going to do? We got to grow up. We got to blow ourselves up.
Now. He's bigger than Ariel now. He's more influential than Ariel.
Of course. Of course he is.
I have said in the past, like I made a video about people clowning on John Jones when his brother died, and hold on a sec, my camera's fucking turned off, and I said then, who's
he's gone. We lost him.
Sorry, I'm back. Hold on a sec. Yeah. I was saying like you know what fan base these guys are from, right? And it isn't even like I'm saying that Guru's come out and said, "Oh, guys, this is really funny," but he's kind of set this like edgy persona type thing that people like pick up on and they think, "Oh, that's funny. I'll have that as my personality now." And then that's how they kind of act online and shit like that.
Is if you're a 20-year-old man and you already got your own life going, you're paying bills, you got a job, you have problems, you watch Guru and you go, "Oh, this guy's funny, ha ha ha," and you move on. But if you're a 15-year-old kid, and I remember being 15, 16 with YouTube, you're binge watching this shit. You're going back and watching all the videos, you're watching the live streams. "Mom, can I have $5 so I can get the membership?" "Oh yeah, now I get to watch and that's what you're seeing. You gotta like and listen, what you said was important. You're a viewer that watches it live. I never even thought about that because I'm of the opposite. Like that's why I would never watch fights live because I'm a fighter and I know how boring fights are live sometimes. So like I would never pay to go watch a UFC event unless I knew for a fact that people in the main event were both strikers. I would never do it. And now I understand. You're absolutely right. That makes complete sense. But the fans that are out here churgling are not the ones paying the money. Those are the ones using the Stream East, sitting here watching Guru at the same time with the Stream East on the side, watching for free, hating on fighters. It's just this weird mentality, and he's normalized that. That's the problem with Guru. People say Joey does this. Joey does what Guru does, and he does it on purpose. You're gonna talk to this guy, and he does and I watched Joey before. And people always say, oh, look at Joey. He switched up so much. And that's because when Joey first started, he was like MMA Guru's comparison, not his competitor. He was like a clone. And a lot of his fan base was from Guru's. But then Guru, if you remember and you're a fan, kind of was like, oh, fuck, like not fuck Joey, but like fuck Joey. You know what I mean? And Joey said, oh, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna take all the fans that don't like the shit you have to say, and I'm going to mold my fan base around that. And I'm going to do exactly what you do for your business model and say the most belligerent, fucking ignorant shit that's biased as fuck towards one community to pander towards whatever fans I have, no matter what. And I'm going to die on that hill. I'm going to double down on everything. That's what Guru does. He never relents. This nigga sat there with Mighty Mouse and just coped the whole time.
Right.
He never, and this is my problem when it comes to like criticism for DDP or criticism for JDM. I hear a lot of criticism for Hamzat, and that's fine. Hamzat, nigga, could you just give us the last round and strike, nigga? Just strike the last round. Strike the last round, box it out, give DDP a break. All right, Islam, strike for one round, bro. Just give us one round. All right? But JDM and DDP, why? Why is And we can all ask them questions, and there's explanations for this and that. I don't hear their supporters, the same people criticizing the winners who dominated the fights, criticizing the losers that they picked. You know what I mean? We haven't even, like, Gurus, it's so sad. I had to make a video about this. You killed the career of Tom Aspinall, JDM, and DDP single-handedly. If they never recover from what the fuck they just dealt with in the last 365 days, as far as mentally, part of it is due to the fact that he rigged behind them so hard and backed them so hard only for them to fall short. And then as soon as they felt, bro, watch, he's not going to be talking about JDM in a couple weeks.
Right.
He's not going to be talking about DDP in a couple weeks. He's going to move on to the next. Bro, you heard him on his stream. He said it, and I quote, Ian Gary has to save us. You've already found a new guy.
So, let me hit you with two things real quick, man. First, Bromo, there's some people in your chat. I just want to respond to something that I'm seeing in the chat, and then I'll get back real quick to what was saying. I'm seeing Omar. He's in the chat here, and he was saying that he didn't see that Hamzat's fight, or I'm sorry, that Islam Makhachev's fight was boring, and that's fine. Again, I'm not here to fucking tell you what's fun and what's not. That's your opinion, right? Like, fun is subjective. Bro. But at the same time, and then there's another name, and it's a Russian kind of name, and he was saying that fight was fun too. But you got to understand that you're probably biased towards that, right? If your name's Omar, I'm assuming you're Muslim. If you're this Russian guy, I'm assuming you're Russian. You know what I mean? With your name spelled like that. That's your guy. You're rooting for him. And that's kind of why I started with what I was saying. I'm not Georgian, but I am a Merab Dvalishvili fan. I can fucking tell you when he's boring as fuck. The Peter Yan fight was boring as fuck. I was very happy he won. It was dominant. I was excited, but I get how that's boring to the average fan. Now, going back to what you were saying, and again, bro, you're a fighter. Is that what you were telling me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not, right? And I don't think Bromo is either. But it's like I grew up around this shit.
He's in the space. He trained.
Cool. I grew up around this shit, though, right? Like, I grew up with fucking boxing. I never fucking fought, but I grew up with boxing. I've been an MMA fan for over 20 years at this point. So, I know what the fuck the deal is. What I'm trying to say, though, is like, again, the criticism that's coming to Hamzat and to Islam, it's there, and I think it's justified. There is no criticism coming on the other two, which is also that's not justified, right? Like, yes, I agree. JDM, do something about it, dog. Get the fuck up. Put yourself in more risky situations. If you get choked, you get choked. You're down 4-0, dog. Get up and try to find it. Same thing with DDP. Get up and find it. Like, they need to be blamed. But the problem isn't that Hamzat and Islam are better than DDP and JDM. That's clear. We saw that. The proof is in the fucking pudding. We just watched that shit for 50 minutes combined. The problem is it's
the
not
same fight, bro.
It's not fucking entertaining, dog. Like, I don't care. Like, you could be a wrestling guy, you could be a jiu-jitsu guy, you could be a sambo guy. You cannot fucking tell me that after watching Carlos Prates on both fucking cards, by the way, knock somebody the fuck out, and watch Bo Nickel head kick somebody, and you're seeing the fucking women, you're seeing Erin Blanchfield find herself a position. Like, if I'm Islam or I'm Hamzat, I'm not putting myself in a bad position either. I get it. I want to win the fucking title. I want to make millions. I want to put my name out there. I want to be the greatest of all time. Fair. But we need to be able, as a community, to fucking say conclusively, and all of us together, that that shit was boring. Now, why is that a problem? The reason that's a problem is because this sport's going to fucking die if that's our main event every week. If you had a friend over and you're trying to convert him into liking this shit, he's going to think that is fucking garbage. I had friends over who were casuals for International Fight Week. One of my boys has never fucking watched UFC in his life. He was immediately enamored by Ilia Topuria. He's like, this is the coolest motherfucker I've ever seen. He's an NBA fan. He's like, this guy is cool as fuck. Like, this is so entertaining. I'm thinking about if I had the same fucking friend over and I'm like, man, remember last time? This is the guy he's supposed to fight. It's going to be this fucking dude, the best guy in the world. And he's like, this motherfucker's ass. He's immediately going to hate that guy.
Can I tell you why I agree with you about the whole boring thing? Can I tell you why the sport's not going to die?
Just one thing, Uwu. Before you do, I just want to thank again Vlad, keeping it coming.
Shout out, Vlad.
Thank you very much. He said, Uwu a fighter, let's do it. 50K bet. His rules.
I don't have 50K. I'm poor, nigga.
Well, what's up? So you're saying that you'd lose?
No, I'm not. No, I don't have 50K to put up.
Well, be confident. And if you lose, then you're in debt.
50K to put up. I can't fight him for 50K if I don't have 50K.
Yeah, but you can just say, yeah, sure, and then beat him.
I might lose.
And then have confidence, Uwu. Come on, bro. What's his confidence about, huh?
I'm not. You know the pressure of that fight? Like, come on now.
Terrible. Terrible.
But nah, this is it's just funny. Fucking hell, Broma, you fucking cooked me. I'm so high. Let me go back. You guys,
this guy Jake in the chat, by the way, why do people care about MMA going mainstream? Good question. I'm sorry for like interrupting you guys. I do have to go soon, but I'm gonna hear you out, before I get out of here. But real quick, why do we care about it going mainstream? Because this is what the fuck we like. Like, I don't know what sports you guys watch. I grew up watching football, baseball, basketball.
I don't watch none of that sports fan. No more.
But this is my favorite shit now. I don't fucking watch the NBA anymore. I barely watch the NFL. I haven't done a waiver wire pickup on fantasy in fucking weeks because I don't even think about it anymore. We're trying to grow this shit, and especially us, we're in the fucking YouTube space. Shit, if I get to fucking 10,000 followers, that's a big fucking difference for me than having 2,000 or 3,000, right? It puts money in my pockets. I want my friends to be able to talk to me about this shit. Like, I don't want to just have to come online and talk to fucking randoms about it. I wish I could call my best friend and fucking, bro, did you see that shit? What do you think about this matchmaking? That's why I want it to get bigger. You know what I mean? And it's going to Paramount. They got $7.7 billion fucking dollars. This shit better fucking get big or the UFC's in huge fucking trouble.
Well, I'm
You're muted, Bromo.
Because, hey, yo, bro, you Bromo, when we was watching amateur fights, you posted Bobby Burgers on there that one time. That kid, he's like a youth fighter. And he's like one of the amateur, like Pee-wee champion, like national champions or some shit. And his whole entire base is grappling. And you just mentioned Ilia Topuria. And I go, well, what's his base? Grappling. I think the problem right now is not that Islam Makhachev and Hamzat Chimaev are boring. I think the problem is that there's too many strikers that get to the top five, they get to title contention, that don't have elite grappling. When you put these guys in front of a Kamaru Usman, when you put them in front of a Gilbert Burns, you put Islam in front of an Arman Sarukian, Ilia Topuria potentially, he's not going to be able to manipulate them on the ground the way he is with other guys because they are as sufficient in that aspect of fighting. And I think the fights, that's why they're so exciting. Dustin Poirier, whether people want to admit it, now that JDM is done, I said this before the fight. I said if Dustin Poirier, people are talking about, oh, look at the Dustin Poirier fight. If Dustin Poirier came out of retirement right now and said, I want Colby's head on my shelf, everybody's picking him to beat him. Everybody's picking him to beat him at 170. That's just a fact. We all are. He's an amazing fighter. He's an amazing striker, and he proved it. He fought a younger version of Islam Makhachev that had less damage. Arguably, listen, he had staph infection. He's at 155. Dustin's on a fucking slide. He's on a decline. This is the peak of his prime. And this motherfucker goes tooth and nail with this motherfucker. Stuffs takedowns, gets up to his feet, jacks him up on the feet, does his thing, rips him to the bot, doing all this because he can defensively grapple with him. And people made the misconception of thinking DDP and JDM were capable of doing that. And I said in my post-fight analysis, the problem isn't that JDM sucks or that DDP sucks or that Hamzat is boring or Islam is boring. It's just that stylistically, that's always going to be a boring fight if you're just real about yourself. If you take away bias and what style you would like to win more, oh, we need JDM to win because he's a striker. If you take that away, anybody that could see through the fucking shit knew fucking Islam was going to dog walk him. And we all knew he was going to pull a Hamzat Chimaev or go for a submission. We all knew that. JDM has gotten taken down by way less good guys than Islam. Islam is an all-time fighter. He's a pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world. JDM has never fought anybody that good before. And I said that in the build.
Why is it got to be about that, though, bro? Like,
no, but it's not that it's about that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people make the misconception and say, all right, it's going to be a competitive fight because JDM's a good striker and he's big and he's done this before and Islam is good on the feet and this and that. And it's not. And when it's a blowout, we can't, like, it is boring, but it's like, fuck. The reality is there's guys in the rankings that probably could have given him a more interesting fight. But they didn't get the title shot because they're not in the right position. But it's like Sean Brady, although he got knocked out by Protez, we all know, I mean, not Protez, by Morales, we all know he's not getting knocked out by Islam that way. It's going to be a competitive fight. It's not. He's not in the first round, not with a 1-2 down the pipe.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I agree with you. Matchups make fights, and these two matchups were not good fucking matchups. And I'm going to get the fuck out of here in a second, Bromo. And thanks for having me on. But again, my whole fucking point, and I just want to leave with this. People are saying in the chat that we're not talking about Valentina. I said that. Valentina did the same shit. Literally, the best two women in the last 10 years or whatever the fuck. You know, a super fight, women's legacy fight. And it was the same exact dog shit as that. Islam and Hamzat are going to obviously get more criticism because they're men. They're men and they're Muslim. That's going to be a fucking part of it too. There's a huge part of the community that doesn't fuck with those guys. Just like they don't fuck with this other side. Like that's just the truth of the matter. And we're not going to fucking change that or else we'd be making a lot more money and we'd be on fucking Fox and CNN, right? But as far as our fucking world here in the MMA community, what I can fucking tell you, what I hope the UFC and MMA does as a community is when it comes to these kind of grappling fights. And again, I feel like the shitstorm might fall on my boy right here because he gets the fucking term boring thrown around all the time about him. We got to fucking make these fighters advance positions. I know that Islam was going for subs, and every time he attempted a fucking Darce, JDM was rolling to his back because that's the only way to get out of it. I saw that. I'm not oblivious to that. But the point is, if we're in fucking side control or if we're in half guard and it's been 30, 40 seconds of no fucking attempt to advance position, we got to fucking do something about it. Stand these fighters up quicker, bro. I know that it's a fucking detriment to grappling heavy fighters, but at the end of the day, we need fucking entertainment. This is entertainment. This is TV. I'm paying 80 fucking bucks to watch the pay-per-view. I'm paying, a fucking $30 a month or whatever the fuck it is for ESPN Plus, whatever it's going to be for Paramount. We're paying for this shit. Like, we can't have boring fucking fights, and that's just what it is. Shout out to Islam Makhachev, #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, deservedly so. Deservedly so. I think he fucking cleans up everybody at 170 at this point. I don't even see a competitive matchup, to be honest with you. So I don't want this to come off as like I don't fuck with Islam Makhachev. I do. It was really goddamn impressive. It was just fucking boring. And I hope that we figure something out that we can move forward with that shit because that was ass. And I'm sorry if you disagree. That's my opinion. We got to do something about it.
I don't disagree.
All right, well, thank you for coming on 10-7. Really appreciate it, bro. Feel free to come back. Feel free to come back anytime you like, and we'll sort something else out at some point.
Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. The 10-7 MMA Instagram.
Yes.
Talk to you guys later.
Good stuff. Cheers, bro. And again, Vlad, Vlad with another $50. And I don't know how much money you have. It's too much. He will put up the 50K. He just wants the footage. We won't have to pay me a cent. There you go, Uwu. There you go.
I get paid to suck dick, Vlad.
No. That's the same one from earlier. I just read it now. Yeah, Vlad, you need to just you like,
You can't
man.
bake me with money. I'm a poor person.
Yeah, but he's saying that you don't need to pay him a cent.
No,
He
but he's
he,
trying
he
to
just
pay
wants to
me to
fight you.
fight him.
Look, all I'm hearing is that you're scared of Vlad.
I'm
That's all I'm
scared of him.
hearing, bro.
I don't know who the fuck Vlad is. He's a pink V on your screen. That could be anybody. That could be Vladimir Klitschko right there. And that's why he's got all that money. Next thing you know, I'm getting
Maybe it
fucking
is.
pieced out.
Yeah, maybe it is. Right.
Nah.
Listen, right.
Hold on.
Before, sorry, go
Bro,
on.
Valentina, the difference between Valentina and Hamza and whatchamacallit, bro, Valentina did not have to do that. She could have struck with Weili the entire fight. She could have struck with her the entire fight. I don't think Hamza and Islam have the boxing or kickboxing to like just go 25 rounds hard with these niggas without taking damage and shit and putting themselves in positions they don't want to be in. I know for a fact Valentina could have just Israel Adesanya fucking Weili, but she chose to lay on her the entire fight. Like, that was a choice. And I think as far as changing the whole advancing position thing, I think you should do that thing they do in like wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where if the guy on top is trying to get submissions and doing little ground and pound nudge shots, but it's getting boring and they've been in for 2 minutes, you sit him down. And if the guy on bottom is actually good enough to defend a submission, he'll get from that position and he's on top. He gets on top, and then the grappler is now on bottom, and they can reverse it. But if the grappler sucks, if the wrestler was just stalling, then boom, they get cooked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a good way. Because I don't think standing up is fair. Standing up it only rewards the guy who's on bottom. It doesn't reward the guy who's winning. It doesn't. You got to take that into account. But I think sitting them down and doing that little gay shit where you hug the guy, and you guys sit there, and then you forcing them to go from there, that works. Because whoever the better grappler is, if it's the guy, if the wrestler was stalling and he sucks at grappling, we're gonna find out. But if the guy that was getting fucking controlled sucks, he's gonna get dominated and he's gonna get submitted right then and there. Imagine they did that with JDM and Islam in the first round. After 2 minutes of control time, they sat them down and Islam got his back. They just sit. He would have ended the fight. The fight would have been over, and you guys would have got your sub. So there you go.
Right. Well. We'll end this stream because we've been going for nearly 2 hours with Vlad. Another. I don't. How much has Bromo made this stream? Go back and count, guys.
You're not getting bragging rights. I'm not nobody. I'm a nobody. I have 125 subscribers, buddy.
Listen, yeah, but Vlad says here that he's a 33-year-old fat guy.
He's gotta pay me. He has to pay me to fight him.
Well, that's what he's saying. He'll put up the fucking.
No. You have to pay me before and back pay.
Well, there we go, Vlad. You can sort some out with who to pay him.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay.
I mean, look. Vlad's got enough money, bro. He can pay you to spar, right?
No. Vlad, we're not sparring. It's gonna be no clock, no time. I'm showing up with no corner. If you're actually gonna do that, you gotta pay me up front and you gotta pay me back pay if I win.
To do like an actual fight. There we go.
I'm not putting my health on the line for this shit. For no money. Yeah, brother.
He's scared. He's scared, Vlad. He's scared.
End your stream, dog. Thank you for having me here. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, subscribe to this motherfucking stream. Check me out, the MMA. Ooh, fucking I stream like every day about doing damn retarded shit. Peace. Thank you, promo.
Go check him out. Right. Bye-bye, bro.
You got an N-word pass, nigga.
Right, well, let's end the poll before I leave. Okay. Ending the poll now. What fan base is more racist? We have got... where's the poll? I just closed the poll. Where the fuck is it? There we go. 111 votes. Black fans 59%, white fans 41%. So it turns out most people think that black fans are actually more racist, which is interesting. I mean, I agree, but very fun stream. How much have I made from this stream? Do you guys want me to tell you how much I've made from this stream? I mean, I don't know if that's a bit weird, but Bro's gonna end the stream with a hard R. I'm not. I've made more in this one stream than I've made in total on YouTube to this day. Let's put it that way. I've made more on this one stream than I have in total. But yeah, this is bullshit. We whites are the most racist. Fucking Jesus Christ. Cody B's the top racist. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Vlad, and everyone that donated. Not just Vlad. I mean, Vlad donated. We got Aroa here for donating. We got Punisher donating. We got Crocop donating. Aroha donated a few times. And Vlad with the big 50s each time. You guys are just genuinely, you have made my night. 10-7, you will make my whole life if you can secure me an interview with Yuri Prohaska. Because I know he follows you on Instagram. I know that he follows you. Okay. You get me an interview with Yuri, and I will. I love you forever. Right. Thank you all for joining this nice long stream for 2,000 subscriber special. Like and sub if you haven't already. All right. Become a member today. I've got a membership. I'm got a podcast coming out. Probably Friday by now. Probably coming out on Friday with my brother. Yeah. I'll see you all in the next stream. Once you see me interview him, I'll ask. Good. All right, like, subscribe, check out my links, and yeah. Goodbye, guys, for an amazing stream. Thank you, everyone that donated. I don't know how to end this stream, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, goodbye.